trains in the attic. Hopefully I should have an echo in a second. Yeah, I got to echo. So how is everyone today? Good to see you there, Lee. Good to see you there, Tom. Good to see you there, Carl. And good to see you there, anybody else who's out there. Hope everyone's had a good Christmas. I hope everyone's having a good New Year. And all that kind of stuff. So trying to be a bit more proactive on these streams, get jobs done that need to be done. So let's go and press a button. Which button do I want to press? Let's press that button so we can see the mess on my desk. So today's project got 2 bits for helix, which is solder up some more for track feed and glue some more for helix support. I've done 1 set of these, and there's a track all glued up. Everybody's favourite bit, biscuits of the week, have now gone. No more biscuits of the week for the foreseeable future. But bringing in some new bits. So we got shows for the weekend. We got railway related attractions, and I just want to try to get a bit more done during the streams. So I was going to grab that from the train room cupboard. Diet of the week, eh? No, just trying to be sensible. As how many times can I have wagon wheels? So I got a new toy. I always try to upgrade my equipment, and I got a major camera upgrade. So this here is a DJ Osman Pocket 3. And this is a creator combo, which mean it comes with quite a few accessories, including its own little mic, which is always connected. This was for my bunny rabbits for Christmas, and for some of the bigger shows, this is going to make filming them so much nicer, as so much easier on the people around, so I won't be needing to carry large camera equipment. So this is my new toy. You can see the green of my green screen on that. And this is what I'm going to be doing a lot of filming on. Hi Anthony, good to see you. So yeah, that's my new toy. It's such a small package that it's easy for me to take everywhere. So later on we'll see some footage from that filming at Famous Trains, because that's my railway related place of the week. So every week I'm going to find a railway related place to promote. So this week it's Famous Trains. It could be preserved railways, it could be modern railways, it could be all kinds of stuff. Yeah, at the moment my normal Wednesday appointment got cancelled because of RT visit here, and he has taken a nap after I ran him all over today. That's good. Well, it's always good to have you here. I really enjoyed your Christmas series. Don't know what I'm doing this Christmas, but you're always welcome here, and you also know that I know that you're here in spirit if you're not here in person. So great to have you here today. and always appreciate everything you have done to the channel, and it's nice to see your moving cars working. What you have been doing on your layout is encouraging me to get stuff done on my layout. So layout wise at the moment, I'm hoping in about 4 weeks time we'll start to have some videos in for the train room actually doing work to the layout. This weekend video is one I still need to film, but it's going to be what model railway means to me. Let me go and press that one so that I can scare you lot properly. Yeah, so this week's video is going to be what does model railway mean to me, why I got into it, what it does for me, and just an explanation. Something else you'll be seeing is I'm doing a short every day, something railway related, so it could be what I'm doing. So we had what's on my desk, we have had some interesting ones like for snow, and it's trying to get something out each day. What else is going on? So yeah, shows I'm really cutting down on. I do have 4 shows in a run later on this year, but apart from that, I'm cutting down to 2 shows a month. At the moment, 1 month, I got no shows for that month. So I want to spend more time working on for railway, working on for Garden Railway, and also for Model Club YouTube channel, so that's going to take a bit of time out. So yeah, last weekend you will see my Mimic panel, and that was using these. Very good project from DCC Concept. I need to ask them if I do just for boards, because how it's designed to be used is 2 lights per point, so you know which one is set and which one is clear. But I didn't feel I needed that, so it's either yes, it's going across, or it's changing, so red green make it clear to me. So I'm going to have tons of these lights left over, so that's going to be an interesting one. So got those left, and something which was on my desk which I didn't use was this little display. From what I can see, DCC Concept have stopped doing this, but this connects into the Mimic panel and is a display for last point that was changed. So that's quite a useful product. So, and something I completely missed from the video was how do I connect for connection for the power, and it's these barrel jet things which just grew in, soldered to the back, and then I have a barrel jack there which I just solder on. When I get further on the next layer for layout, there's going to be a panel on the side where about that plug-in and a few switches and things are going to be. But there's a lot happening in the train room. I made a little muck-up as I've been building the table using 1-inch square metal tubing, and I forgot that when I built the tables that I indented the furthest support by 2 centimetres, so when I drilled down where about I thought the leg was going to go, I hit across support, so that was a bit annoying. So what else is going on? We've got to share these. My bosses gave me this for Christmas. Really nice chocolates. So let's go on to that. I've done some prep off camera, and I've got black cables and blue cables. If anyone's looking for new track work at the moment, Hornby have a brilliant sale. Reason I was made aware of it was Sam Trains didn't like how the stuff was delivered. But after the stream, I'm going to most probably order the last bit of track I need, as it's saving £2 per piece of track. For Radius 3s, I'm quite lucky. I can buy that as second hand. But Radius 4, I'm needing to buy it as new. So that's my soldering station. You lot have seen it hundreds of times. And my track wiring, black is on the outside because it's easier to hide. Blue is on the inside. So I need the final box here, which I have my abrasive thingy, my clampy thingy, my fluxy stuff, and I should have some solder. That might be a mini problem. I have some solders that I like, but I'll go into my backup solder. I need to put that on my shopping list. So, what's everyone else up to at the moment? So, my coming up shows this month is the Defining Model Railway show on Saturday, which I'm not filming at, but there might be shorts from it. Then next weekend I got Syson Model Railway show, which is one I always enjoy. As I'm mad, I have a absolute deadline for my 009 layout. It's going to be at my Model Railway show, my club's Model Railway show in October. Same weekend as Getz and Wally at Staffel Barn. And if anyone wondering, yes, this light is set to pink for some reason. So I'm going to have to really get a move on with the 009 layout. So what I've done here is just put a bit of flux on the track and then tinned it. Like I said, this is all second-hand track. Bought it from my local model shop, Mac Models. If you're ever in the Nottingham area, always worth a visit. I'll say his stock actually outdo what to call them, Rails of Sheffield. That's something. Rails of Sheffield is now open 6 days a week. They're open Thursday till Tuesdays. And they have announced quite a few interesting things, including the double-decker unit in a what's if livery of what to call it, brain gone, southern region. I can't remember what it is, but I know that it's one I like. So that's something. Also, I've been seeing an interesting one that people have been doing recently with track. They've been screwing it down. So that's something I'm considering. Screwing down my track. That piece go on to second pile. I am half expecting to have to buy a few bits of track for this. But for 2 tricks with soldering track, if you're mad enough to do it on camera, is set your soldering iron to 350 degrees and use a good quality flux. I love the DCC concept flux and I always use it. So what else is going on? Hornby's making their announcement on the 15th of Hornby making their announcement on the 14th of January. I'm seriously considering trying to screw it down. Thought screwing track down was a better idea because of the damage lifting nails or glue does. We're trying it at the club and it's something I've never thought of before. So I'm thinking of ordering a pack of screws so that I can actually try it for myself. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube while I've been away, watching Chadwick Station, as he have helix, as he have a computer controlled layout. He been giving some very good advice on his series. But one bit which I'm doing different to him is I'm sort of ordering to every track about he just did a few tracks. Yeah, I think it was a £5 for screws and screwdrivers for the club, and we picked up 800. So the first club video on its channel should be out second Monday in February. And details of the club channel will be in the description as soon as I get everything finalised. But I hope to get that sorted on Friday, weather permitting. So now it's just a case of stripping the ends and clear it through. So what kind of stuff do people want me to add to my stream? I'm going to be doing more work on the layout. And I'm going to try to make the streams a little bit longer. So in a bit I'll be pressing the button and then we'll have some nice PowerPoints coming up. I know I'm competing against Dawn Quest for the same slot, but I don't want to do the same program as her, and I don't think she. I think that there's enough stuff in the hobby for us both to stream and people to choose. So one bit of advice is to put gloves on when you're dealing with flux and have your stuff in a well ventilated room. especially using for soldering iron. But because of the weather, I'm not freezing myself to death. And always wear eye protection. And remember, what I'm doing here is for entertainment purposes only. It's not to be copied by anyone and all that safety junk. So yeah, definitely not. So as for this old tinned, it's just a case of going buff. And that's on. Go another buff. These wires have been cut to just over 1.10 meters, as that's the distance from the first point of track to the distribution block, as each loop of a helix is going to be its own block. And for helix is going to be its own power distribution section as well, so that if a train crashes on the helix, it knocks out the whole helix but nothing else. I don't like how that one's looking. Or that one. So what else is going on? Richard at New Junction have got a good video out, which I was watching before I came onto the stream. He finally got his platform for his preserve line. Donald Goldag, or Mark as we know him, he puts out a nice little video today with what he's working on. His layout is great. I do pop into his stream and your stream, Anthony, and not comment, just have you on as I'm doing other stuff. But I struggle with Fridays because don't get back from the club till 9:30 at times. Then I need to have my bath. No, go out, have dinner, then have bath. So get quite busy. So that's that side done. Then go for the blue. So black's on the outside of the track, blue's on the inside. One of the interesting one I have had to do on my helix is I have got to auto reverse section installed. I'm hoping around September to link the helix to the main line, as I'm going to need at least another 2 rounds on the helix. So that's £100 off laser cut stuff from DCC Train Automation. Then it's another 200 quid worth of track. So build up quite quickly. But I'll get to there. So Let's go and get these all tinned up. So, at the club we're working on a new layout. You'll see in February about it, and I'm also focusing on our stationary layout at the club. Trying to persuade other people from the club to either film or to go in front of the camera. As it's nice to get several people involved. I'm the main person in charge of for YouTube present, but I'm not the only one involved in it. As I personally feel that the club needs to make itself seen everywhere, and I personally don't know of any other clubs that have a YouTube present apart from making track. So again, just soldering these on. So once I've done that, we can look at what shows there are this weekend. And it'd take 8 pieces of track to make a round on for helix. This Sunday, depending on whether I'm at my G Gauge Club meet, which is always fun. And I'm taking some of my G Gauge locos down to the club to test them. As just before Christmas, I had a test run in the garden and I was having major problems. Where's that thing of wire, of what to call it, this stuff. I personally like to solder on the underneath of a track. I believe it gives a neat finish. So that's all those done with feeders. So what I'll do is go across to the computer for 2 minutes, actually turn the soldering iron off, and then go to the computer for 2 minutes to do what shows I have coming up this weekend. So if I press that one, press that one, press that one. So model railway shows I meet this weekend. Information got from UK Model Railway Shop and RM Web, and those are my main sources for this week. So first one is Bridport and District Model Railway Club Bearminster exhibition. and that's Saturday the 10th. Then Saturday the 10th, it's a monthly event. It's Hayward Model Railway Group, and they are RJB Model, Unit 4 Street, Hayward, Lancashire. Then there is, again on Saturday the 10th, a 009 Society Swing Group Open Day and Exhibition, and that's in Somerset. Also on for Saturday the 10th, you've got Whitney Model Railway Collection Club New Year Exhibition, and that's in Oxfordshire. Also on for Saturday, you've got Marlow and Maidenhead District Model Railway Club Annual Winter Show, and that's in Berkshire. Great Stream have Great Day seeing on for the next one. Okay. Then still on Saturday for 10th, Merseyside and South West Lancs, and that's in Merseyside. Then for one which I will be at, I'm not doing a video, but there might be a short, is for Defiant Model Railway Day, and that's in Risley Memorial Hall in Derbyshire. Then down south on for Saturday and Sunday, you've got for Buckner Regis Model Railway Club, and that's down in Buckner Regis, West Sussex. If you're going there, it's quite close to Gauge Master Model Railway, so go pop in there and have a look. And finally, another place I'll be on for Sunday is at East Midland G-Gauge Society meeting. So if you're interested in G-Gauge, you'll find me there. So that's that lot. So let's go back to my desk, tidy it up a bit, and get my second job done. So I can put this all away quickly. Always important to tidy up after yourself. Then I've got a second job to get done. Always make sure with your flux that the lid is done up tightly. And that all goes there. Quickly tidy off my work surface. So get a big brush out. Now for some gluing. So just clean off my desk and move that across. Let's face it, my desk normally stay a mess. So this is the supports for the helix. There are 8 per layer, and I need to glue 2 bits on the thing. Yeah, just carve out enough space to work. But saying that, I've been trying to tidy on my surfaces. Next week we should be on for 009 layout, and that will be on here taking up all my space. And I want to have that project completed by May. Then that will give me June, July, August and September for any niggling and learning how it works. So that one is already bending a bit. So a little trick if you get to bent bit of plywood is you can iron it. Then in this thing, we've got little biscuits. Why did that just drop out? Did anyone have any drop out? So this is actually quite an easy procedure. One on each side, like so. And then a bit of glue underneath. So these have been laser cut so that the board fit perfectly in it. I was a teacher for 30 years. I had. Don't believe that, Anthony. I reckon you must have been everybody's favourite teacher. So I'm using this glue. A little trick with these glues is when you're going to use it, get a pair of pliers and just take the top off. Then it means you can clear off any gunge from the last time you used it. If you're trying to do it properly, you would do this as the last thing you do, but I personally find it easier to clear it off when it's solid. So just clear that all. Sometimes you need a nice little flat screwdriver, and I can see that that's going all the way through, so that's ready to use. And then be sensible, stack all up apart from the one you're using, as you don't want to knock these. Okay, so just got to make sure that everything line up, especially that hole there. And make sure not to stick them the wrong way up. I'm not sure if you can see it from the camera or not, but there's a line across the middle, which is where about the joints are. So that's one. Let's get this one next. And these say 3, 4 because they're radius 3 and radius 4 track. So that goes there, that hole's lined up. On one of these, which is already in position, the hole was slightly off, so I just quickly redid it with a drill. I'll be glad when I actually have the helix linked to the top, as this has been a long project and one of the major things with this layout. So it does say clamp it, but I find just laying it in position works just as well, as I know nothing's going to touch these for a while. So next week is going to be scenery work on the 009 layout. I got a few products. Then what I also need to do is some 3D design to cover for point motors. But I'm looking forward to having my layout out for the public. And I do have a backup layout just in case I have any problems, which is Thumper Road. But this is all in October, so that's quite a while away. I keep on thinking about redoing the logo for the channel. As I think it could do with a bit of smartening up. So that's something that might happen at some point. I do like the colours I use in my logo, but it does look quite childish at times. But at some point I'll go and contact my friend and see how much it would cost to get it done. Currently printing some insulated chat joint because I bought a pack and can't find them. Yep, at one point I bought about 10 packs of insulated chat joiners and 10 standard. So that I just put them in a box, so I always have them. And also it's a case of, if I go into a model shop I like, I just buy another pack of track joiners if I don't buy anything else. So I do like to try to support the model shops. I know I'm very lucky with where I am with 5 model railway shops within half hour, 45-minute drive. I have 2 within 20 minutes. One of those, if I'm in an absolute disaster, I could pop into on the way home from work if they stayed open late. So what I'll do with these in a few hours is just double check them, check everything's lined up properly. So that's those done. So we're going to pop back to the computer again. So give me a moment, I need to find a file. Yeah, I do feel for you, Anthony. So if I go onto video disc, not there, could be in there. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? There we go. So if I go onto the PC, I can share with you famous trains. So this is in Derby. It's a place I visit quite often, and it's a large permanent model railway. They have 5 layouts there, and it's a place I strongly recommend anyone to visit. They're open 3 days a week if I remember correctly. You have press buttons, You have all kinds of things you can do to interact with them. Nope, that's one from Model Club. So this is another section of the layout. If in a second I'll get the web page up. And this has been filmed on my new camera, so really cool. Get micro screw switch into other. So if you're in the Derby area, it's just off of A38. That's Don't Mind No, I can't remember the name of the park. I'll find that in a second. But just look at the details. What a brilliant place. So once we have finished this clip, I'll go and get the information up. And then we'll call it a day. But I just love the details. Look at that house. They've put a lot of love into this, and they're always changing it. So, famous trains in Derby is my railway related place of the week. So if I quickly do that, do famous trains in Derby. Let's get that up. Famous trains in Derby. Very good pricing. £3.50 per adult, £1.50 per children, or £7 per family. And then there we go. Market Eaton Park in Derby. So I'm going to press a couple of buttons. And thank you, everybody. I hope you have had a great new year. Thank you for joining me. Don't know what the next few shorts are going to be, but Saturday for the next video will be out. Thank you very much. Always good to have you all here. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Rich.